amenities. They don't have it. And that is why we want to go home and make sure that our people get those services that we deliver abroad to other people to benefit from. We want our people to also benefit from that. That is all Nnamdi Kanu was calling for. Self-determination. Give our people the right to decide how they want to be governed. But no, because Nigeria is a country where there is an agenda. There is an agenda by those in power. So any other thing becomes an opposition. If you speak your mind, you become an opposition. You become a target. If you express yourself, you become an opposition. You become a target. If you march peacefully on the streets, unarmed, you become an opposition. You become a target. They kill you. How long are we going to continue to allow such heinous crime to be committed against our people? That is all Nnamdi Kanu was asking for. That is the only thing he requested for. And Nigerian government, with his agent, they planned. And with some insiders, we all need to know. Is the rat inside the house that told the rat outside that there is meat in the kitchen? But those people didn't know that the major tactics that Fulani uses to get people is divide and conquer. If they come into your house right now and they see that maybe I have 3 or 4 children, I love this one more. When Fulani comes in there, what they will do, they will get another child of mine and pay that one money to attack the other one. That's how they rolled over the years. And they are doing that in Nigeria today, as of today that we are talking. How long are Biafrans going to continue to allow the Fulanis to use them to fight each other, to sell each other? That was how Nnamdi Kanu get up where he is right now, languishing in DSS custody, dying. Recently, we heard there was a breakout of tuberculosis in the cell where he was. He was having nose bleeding. What did this poor boy do? Poor man do? What did he do? Except let my people go. Call for a referendum. And that is how he is there today. So the court, about 2 has said, let this man go. The United Nations Working Committee has said, let this man go. But the Nigerian government has refused with the legislators, because once they buy them over, anything they say, they believe with them. They're still holding that man, denying him access to proper medical care. The Biafra Medical Practitioners Board, they've written to the government, they've written to the world leaders to compel President Buhari to allow Nnamdi Kanu to get an expert care outside the dungeon, outside the prison. That guy is slowly dying there. They refused. What part of the world do you have somebody who is just propagating for self-determination? You planned with the Kenyan government. You just, without going through the normal process, and you just move him into Nigeria and lock him up, thinking when you lock him up, self-determination is going to die. Really? It does not work that way. The kidnap and rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria has made some people that ordinarily they were not interested in what Nnamdi Kanu is saying. It has pushed them to come out and let the world know there is nothing wrong that Nnamdi Kanu did. All he's asking for is fairness, equity, justice, which is a hallmark of the growth of any nation. How can you grow a country where there's no equity? Major positions in the country, you divide it among your kinsmen. There's no justice. Some people are meant to be in jail. Some others are not meant to be in jail. There's no peace. All these terrorists that come from the Sahel, they were brought in by those that are the key players in Nigerian politics. They don't come for peace. The Fulanese, they don't come in for peace. They come in as herders, as marauders, and they move from one state in Nigeria to the other, displacing the indigenous citizens as they're doing this. If you refuse to be displaced, they will kill you. We've seen horrific pictures. And anybody that needed more information after my broadcast, give me your email. I'll be willing to send you the facts, the figures, the information that you need. They take over people's land. They kill them. They maim them. They butcher them. They rape their women. And they take over their homes. Not just in Biafra land. It happens all over Nigeria. We saw what happened in Benue, in the IDP camp. People were chased away from their original homes. And they still went to the IDP camps where the government put them so that they will calm down. These Fulani marauders still went to the IDP camps on Good Friday, this past Good Friday, and killed over 30 or 40 in Benue State, Nigeria, in IDP camps. And they target mostly the male children, the male youths, because they strongly believe maybe the male will come and fight back. How can we, the international world, how can we continue to exist in a country where these marauders come in with AK-47, sophisticated weapon, and they kill us? So we just sit and watch as they kill us and maim us. And this has gone over the years. It happened in southern Kaduna. They are killing with impunity every single day. We see where their people are being massacred. In November 24, 2016, over 150 peaceful protesters were killed in Biafra land. Peaceful, unarmed, 150 shot at close range by the Nigerian government. The Amnesty International reported this, and I have the report. The Nigerian government, they sprayed acid. Acid were sprayed on innocent Biafrans just because they are conducting a peaceful march. We want to say how we want to be governed. We want to be part of the process. We don't want you to impose people that will come and take our mineral resources, take our wealth, take our homes. That's all they are asking for. We have the Ihamufu killing in December 18, 2022 by the Fulani herders. Over 50 innocent indigenous Biafrans were killed in Ihamufu for nothing. Nothing. They were unarmed. Nigerian government was watching as this was happening. In fact, one of the reports, it was the Sahara newspaper and a couple of other newspapers, said that the Nigerian army aided this Ihamufu killings. How did they aid them? They were standing by and they collude with the Nigerian military and police to kill these Biafrans. Kill men, women, children. They collude with them. It was on the newspapers. And if you want, after this report, I'll send it to you. How can we have the people, the military, that's supposed to protect us, protect the lives and property of the citizens, and the police that was supposed to protect us, now turn against to aid the terrorists to kill these people because the government supports them? And then when our people, when our young men and women When we try to resist, the Nigerian government will send the army to attack us. When we try to attack these terrorists that are coming, they will now send a higher weapon. They will bring the aeroplane, they will bring the jets, they will bring the fighter, the bomber jets, they will bring everything. Because these military equipment Nigerian government have, it is our tax, it is taxpayers' money. But when the Nigerian government and these administrators, remember, it's not just the government, it's also these Biafran governors, the Southeast governors, South governors. They collude with the government. When they see that they cannot withstand our men and women, what they do, they send the military to attack us. We all see the recent Aba march. The march in Aba by indigenous people of Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra are never terrorists. We stay in our own land. But for the Nigerian government to continue to do the killings, to suppress and oppress us, they term IPOB terrorist. Tell me where in the world you have seen any IPOB member coming to conquer, occupy somebody's territory and kill. We don't do that. We don't do that. But why did President Buhari do that? He did that so that the world will start attacking us, so that the world will start seeing us as terrorists, even though we're not. We are pure innocent Nigerians from the southeastern, south, and southwestern part of Nigeria. We are just asking for fair, equity, fairness in the government of Nigeria, but they refuse. Instead of listening to us, what they do is to unleash soldiers, military, to kill us. During the recent Aba march, over 30 unarmed, innocent, indigenous people of Biafrans were killed on close range by the Nigerian government. What country does that? What country does that? We have different types of things you can use to stop people if you feel they are marching and maybe they are becoming violent, which they did not do. You can use rubber bullets. You can use tear gas. Those things you can use. That some of you travel to civilized countries and you see what they use. You see how they do it. Why don't you implement the same thing inside Nigeria? Why use live bullet when people are marching unarmed? And you want them not to talk? Some of us, our brothers and sisters, were killed. And then you go to the international world and lie to them. Oh, they are killing the police, killing the military. Did you tell them how they are killing unarmed, innocent Biafrans who just want to express themselves? Did you tell them the same story too? If T.Y. Danjuma, who is an ex-military chief, has said, the Nigerian government, military and police, they collude. They collude with the terrorists. And T.Y. Danjuma, who is an ex-military chief, have told us, go get your arms, protect yourself. The government cannot protect you. I'll send the video. Any video anybody requests for, let me have the chronicle, and I'll send it to them. There was a reason why T.Y. Danjuma said that. He's an ex-military chief, so he knows what is playing out in the system. They killed over 30 in that Aba. The Obibo killing of 19th October 2020. Over 100 Biafrans were massacred for nothing. The Obibo killing, which was commanded by Governor Wike. Governor Wike ordered the Obibo killing by the Nigerian soldiers during the NCWS event. What did these people do? He ordered the Nigerian military and police to kill over 100 innocent Biafrans just because they want change. They want equity. They want change in the way the police is being run. The way the police just stop, search, kill you, eliminate without question, without going through the normal process of the law. How can Nigeria continue to function without going through the due process, either to kill, to persecute, to jail people? No, they don't do that. And we have been complaining. Everybody have been, some people in the north, they can't even talk anymore. Some of them have no voice anymore. Obadiah Malafia, that one that stood up to just talk a little, he was eliminated. Our brothers and sisters, our indigenous people in Southern Kaduna, Borno, Zamfara, some of them cannot talk again because of fear. Because of fear. They cannot talk anymore. And you begin to wonder. Some people will tell you, oh, they are killing people. Oh, they are sending their military in Southeast, in South-South, in Southwest. They are sending it because you people want Biafra, because you people want to exit Nigeria. Ask them the question. Those people they are killing in Southern Kaduna by their hundreds, those that are killing in Zamfara, those that are killing in Borno, those that are killing in Benue, what are they asking for? Ask them, what are those people they are killing there? What are they asking for? Are they asking for Biafra? No. Are they asking for exit from Nigeria? No. Are they asking to have another country? No. Then why are they killing them and pushing all of them into the IDP camp? So when they come with this childish story telling you, oh, we are sending military, and they're sending that information to the international body, some of them that don't know what is happening in Nigeria. It is time we have to let them know what is happening in Nigeria. Some of us have had the opportunity to meet leaders in this country, and they said, I didn't know this is happening in your country. Why are you all keeping quiet all this while? So this type of thing is happening in Nigeria because the government has used their power of the press to suppress certain news out there. The Nigerian press have been so suppressed and oppressed that there's a guideline on even the words they can use. Using words like Fulani terrorist becomes a trigger. I believe any television station that goes that route will immediately be fined by the Nigerian government. This is something they've done over the years. So when people don't see our story out there, it is because of this continuous suppression and oppression that have been going on for the past 60 to 100 years inside Nigeria. That is why most times you pull Google, you won't see the right information. You pull your YouTube, you pull everywhere. You pull Twitter, you won't see our stories. Because the government have the tendency to bribe. They bribe all these agencies. CNN may not carry Biafran story. Not that we are begging them to carry that. Not that it's going to make any difference in our quest to exit Nigeria this year. But when they get bribed, even in the United Nations, it becomes hard for them to air our story to the world. It becomes hard for people outside the world to know what is going on inside. So we've been dying in silence. We've been begging to leave. How long are we going to continue? Our brothers and sisters, children, mothers, fathers, how long are we going to continue to beg to leave in a country where the government armed the terrorists and sent them down to Biafra land? We have several arrests, detention all over Nigerian jail of innocent Biafrans. The only thing they ask for, please, let us discuss how to be one. Because there's no equity, there's no fairness, there's no justice, there's no safety. The terrorists are killing us every day. And the government refuses because they know the resources, the oil that is predominantly in the south. They are milking it. And they are milking it and moving it to international bodies. Some Western world are milking our resources today while our people are dying every day without electricity, without water, without good health. What country, if you are a country outside Nigeria and today you are participating in taking the oil from Nigeria, you need to have a rethink. You need to question yourself on the injustice and the dangers and the loss of life you're causing to Biafran people and Nigerians in general. This is what is going on. All of us still remember Idara Gold. Idara Gold is still locked out. Poor innocent girl from her 19-year-old, she's still locked up today because Buhari believes that Idara Gold is talking about Biafra. What did she do? What did the innocent child do? And so many other people languishing in jail. And the major thing that is bringing this, Nigeria knows that they must use some people to continue to suppress Biafrans, to suppress the Oduduwas, to suppress the Middle Belt, to suppress the Arewas. So when they come to your community, they figure out the best thing to use. And for Nigeria, that is why you have the policy that the Nigerian government has used, taking the policy of rehabilitation and reintegration of non-terrorists. What country in the world rehabilitates and reintegrates non-terrorists into their military, police, army, air force, everywhere? What country does that? And then you have the guts to say that IPOB is a terrorist organization. But you, President Buhari, Nigerian legislators, you passed the law. Because I believe before any policy becomes activated, the legislators have to pass it. The House of Rep and the senators. You passed a law for Nigeria to rehabilitate and reintegrate non-terrorists into the security system of Nigeria. What do you expect? What do you expect? When you see Nigerian military burning, using the gun, you all have the video, using machine gun to be on close range, burning, shooting, burning people's home, shooting them at close range. And they don't care. Where do you think those people are coming from? The indigenous Nigerian military and soldiers that are trained, they don't do things like that. But because the Nigerian government has passed this policy to reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists into the Nigerian military, police, that's why the chaos, and they know the reason why they did that. That's why when they go to Biafra land, they don't care because they have an agenda to meet. Kill, maim, occupy, rape, it don't matter. And because of their orientation, they come from a different orientation, from the Sahel, different religion, different ethnicity, different background. Killing is nothing to them. Beheading people is nothing to them. Opening and ripping up a pregnant woman's womb, dragging the kid and flogging the head on the cement is nothing new to them. And some of you expect we are going to keep quiet and allow this to continue. No, it's not going to continue. Let me stop there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Ngozi. You have touched quite a lot of things. And I want you now to talk on the NCWS policy. The NCWS policy is an acronym for something. So you will help us to understand, and also the misrepresentation of what people are saying about the NCWSC and how it will connect and help what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before I go into that, let me quickly let the world know that the call for referendum by Biafrans has been active for some time right now. And one of the Biafrans have every day, through their actions, has shown that they want to exit Nigeria. We've met the criteria to be a country. We have our government. We've met the 4 criteria. So we are ready to go. And we are partnering with other world leaders to help us with what we need to live. Calling for referendum by Biafrans has been on the table for years. Nobody wants to address that. One of the ways that the Biafrans have consistently shown that they want to leave Nigeria is through a referendum. I'll call it an indirect referendum by the Monday sit at home that has been going on in Biafra land for the past almost 2 years right now. I want to let the world know. For the past 2 years in Biafra land, every Monday is a total shutdown. All markets are locked. All businesses are locked. All banks are locked. Even the police stations are locked. Every Monday in Biafra land today. And that has been going on for the past 2 years. The success of this Monday sit at home is no other person than the current Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and Wada Azoka Charles Nwankwo, and the Umuada, the whole media people, the executives, the Biafrans themselves, that has made sure that we continue to sit at home every Monday until there is a referendum if they want it, or Nnamdi Kanu is released if they want it. The call for referendum, the call for Monday sit at home is something that at this time, I want to let you know, every true Biafran has been a part of that Monday sit at home. So when you go out there and hear some people say, oh, we don't support Monday sit at home, it's just few people, tell them, let us do a referendum then. That's the only way you gauge the pulse of the people. You gauge the pulse of the people through a referendum. It's not by saying, oh, some people are not supporting referendum. Oh, it's just few of you. Call for a referendum. The Nigerian government is afraid to call for a referendum because he knows what the numbers are going to look like. That is all we ask for. It is a civil thing. Nobody needs to kill each other. Nobody needs to touch each other. Call for a referendum. If the majority of Biafrans say, oh, we don't want to leave Nigeria, then produce it and for the referendum, we are going to request for an independent United Nations body that will conduct a referendum in Biafra land, and it must include all Biafrans living abroad and all Biafrans living at home. That is what the referendum is going to entail, because most Biafrans, they've traveled, they left Nigeria because they are afraid of their life. The Fulani terrorist government have chased majority of Biafrans away from their homeland. Any referendum has to be an independent United Nations body that will include all Biafrans living at home and living abroad. I'm a Biafran and I'm living abroad, and I should be part of that process. That is the referendum we are going to accept. Then, another thing I want to bring to your attention is this. While the Nigerian government has been trying to oppress our agitation for freedom, they've gone that through so many ways. The other time they banned Twitter. What government in the world bans Twitter? Just because people are getting information from Twitter. Then the next thing, they have to invite the Finland government. Oh, come here. We have your citizen, Simon Ekpa. He's a terrorist. He's doing that. They are the main terrorists. Every Biafran and in the world should know today Simon Ekpa is the good guy in the world. Most of the things that have happened today, without him, nobody will know what's happening in Biafra land today. He risked his life, his job, everything he has. He risked it to let the world know what is happening in Nigeria today. What did the Nigerian government do? The Nigerian government, through the information minister, have to summon the Finland government ambassador to come and warn Simon Ekpa. He's going to disrupt our election, blah, 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 because that's how they roll. No intelligent Nigeria can roll like that. They say when they go low, we go high. And thank God, the world is beginning to see all the things Fulani has been hiding from them. And they were able to see that Simon Ekpa is a good guy. Because Nigerian government has used their money. Remember, I told you about using money to buy those people that believe in the same thing with you and using them against you. They divide and conquer. That divide and conquer status is what today I plead with all Biafrans to stop that. Stop it. How long are you going to be bought over? The Southeast governors, when the harmful killing happened, none of them talked. When the Obibo killing happened, none of them talked. None of the legislators talked. All these killings, the one that happened in Aba, which of them come to the air to condemn that? That is how you know you run a government. A government that boldly come out and said, Nigerian army, you cannot use live bullets on unarmed innocent citizens that are marched, no matter the reason for the march. Even if they are marching to remove Buhari today, which they were not. They were marching for you to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and call for a referendum. That's all. Did any of the House of Legislators come out to condemn that? No. Did any of the governors come out? No. Even the ones you have that are working with the Nigerian government executive, did you hear any of them come out on the national daily to condemn the Aba killing? No. So what makes you think, as a true Biafran, you can continue to liaise with people like that? What makes you think they have your interest at heart when they've killed your brother, killed your sister with live bullet, and they have the option to use a rubber bullet or use a tear gas? So there we have their life. People that don't cherish your life, somebody that can easily take away your life, what business do you have with that person? So I use this opportunity. Thank God for Simon Ekpa, because without him, I don't think there'll be anything like Biafra land today or Southeast Nigeria. Thank God for stopping them. And we're going to use everything in our power to stop them and continue to stop them. So I'm pleading with all Biafrans, please, let bygone be bygone. In every struggle, there might be mistake. Even in your office, not everybody likes you. In your job, not everybody likes you. There will be difference of opinions. But the superior thing should be that thing that all of us want. It's not about position. And I keep telling people, when you're building a country, there are millions and thousands of positions that each and every Biafran can take up and provide and produce their best. We have 32 states. In that 32 states that I mentioned, let me be sure and be clear. In that 32 states,
Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister, sorry, because of time constraints.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because of time constraints, I would like you to jump over to the NCWS.
Oh, great. Quickly. Policy. Yes, thank you. Let me quickly brief you about NCWS and the Biafrans. Some of you that know me, I'm somebody that is very, very passionate about community. I keep saying that. Some of you must have seen some of my videos that we have cut and join and all that, but I'm glad some of you were able to watch the full video. And NCWS means National Congress for Women's Society. What NCWS does is to fight and create good leadership. We bring the youths, we train the youths about good leadership. So we
Honorable
catch them
Minister, excuse me, you said is National Congress.
for Women's Society, we WO-men. So it has both women and have men. National Congress for Women's Societies Nigeria.
Right on.
Great. So what we do is to groom good leaders. I believe in good leadership. It has been my passion. We groom good leaders from the scratch. And we formed NCWS, I think around 2017 or thereabout, around that time. And our major task is to make sure that these young leaders from all over the country knows that there are criteria that need to qualify you as a good leader. Some of those criteria is if you are running or if you're leader of a country that claims to be a secular country, you cannot have two laws in a secular country as is being operated in Nigeria today. And that is why we are cut out in the 36 states in Nigeria. The reason for that, it's not just easy to say, we're going to teach our Southern and Biafran people what good leadership is about. You have to teach the whole people that believe that they were Nigeria about good leadership. That good leadership is letting them know if you believe in one country, you cannot have two laws. One is a Sharia law. About 12, 13 states in Nigeria today are practicing Sharia. Then we have the secular law, the constitution in the southern part. We teach these young leaders from the start. If you become a leader, whether you're a House of Representative member, whether you're a senator, you must make sure that such laws are broken down, because that is the only way you can build a good society. So they learn all these things in NCWS. As they go, they are beginning to question the authorities. That is why even in the North today, you can also see the agitation for good leadership. Those are some of the things that NCWS teach their members. We have a policy. NCWS had a policy which was generally agreed on before this election. NCWS agreed there will be no support for any presidential election in Nigeria, for no presidential candidate. It was a resolution that was passed by the whole organization. You can ask anybody. We are all over the world. Call any member, ask them, what is the resolution of NCWS towards Nigerian election? We are passed a resolution. No NCWS member will participate in the Nigerian 2023 presidential election. The reason we say that, we arrived at the conclusion that none of the candidates met the criteria to be the president of Nigeria. We call for referendum. We call for restructuring. We call for Biafra exit or Oduduwa exit. But the thing among us, and again, that's what I used to say before, some of these people, our own people that are being used, the divide and rule thing, we see that inside us. So they want to portray NCWS, very beautiful organization that have trained thousands of leaders all over Nigeria. And you go and meet them and you speak with them. The stoning of Deborah, it was NCWS members in that state where Deborah was stoned that was carrying it all over the media. You cannot stone a Christian who just happened to be in a Sharia state because she does not understand what Sharia is all about. And she said something about Prophet Muhammad. Then you all started stoning them. It is the NCWS members in those states that were in the forefront. They publish it in their local papers that this cannot continue to happen. Even when people like our leaders, Atiku condemned it on his Facebook page, after some hours, he took it down. So that is what NCWS does. And I don't know if you have any other question on that for me.
NCWS policy. Now, how will it inform us on the Biafran cause?
Okay. So NCWS is a different, is an organization. Biafran cause is what I think we have to focus on. Biafran cause, because if I want to bring all the 36 NCWS members to come and be talking Biafra, that might be, some of them may not even know what you're talking about. So we have to focus on Biafra restoration. And Biafrans that want us to restore Biafra, that should be our major focus. What are they doing in their private moment, in their public moment? What are they campaigning for? What are their behaviors? Are they setting up people in our homeland to fight our ESN? Are they bumping us against each other? Are you castigating someone ever? And then you say, oh, I was doing Biafra before, and now I don't want to do Biafra again. I want to focus on Simon Epa and Madam Azoka and tear them down. Who are you pulling down? Why they pull him down? PhD. That is what they call it. What are you doing for Biafra? Where is your eye on the ball? No true Biafra will remove their eye on the ball. If you focus your eye on the ball, even if you have a problem with Simon Epa, even if you have a problem with Ngozi Orabueze, even if you have a problem with anybody, what are you doing to make Biafra come? And I said it here, 32 states in Biafra land. These 32 states, we assimilate over 5 million workers, 5 million administrators in Biafra land. Where do we have them? Over 32 states, we assimilate over 5 million Biafrans to put in our expertise in Nigeria. We don't even want 1/1 million of that at this time, and people are fighting each other, fighting for position, fighting who is going to be the state governor, deputy governor, senators, House of Representatives in all these 32 states. Is it not human beings like all of us that will go in and do that? Who is going to be the ministers apart from the federal? You go to the state, you're going to have the health ministers, the education ministers, you're going to have the information minister in all the 32 states in Nigeria. Who is going to do that? And we're fighting for 10, 50, 20 positions. You're talking about 5 million administrative positions in Biafra land. Who is going to do that? So we need to refocus. We recycle. All those menial things, you come on air, you come on your Twitter page, on your YouTube page, and you're destroying your fellow Biafrans. Let today be the last time, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. We don't need that. Don't do that. Don't give the Fulani more ammunition than they have. Do not do that. Because at the end of the day, they will divide us. And our land will continue to suffer. Our mothers and fathers will continue to be destroyed and killed. Our daughters will continue to be raped. Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. Do not do that. Anybody you see going on their page to discuss person, just know that that person is not a true Biafran. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. From the comment section, there's a question that was posed. He said, this lady has spoken so well. Is this the same woman they say she is working against the Biafran struggle and that she is working for Nigeria? So address that issue, please.
Yes, it is the same person, the same Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Yes, I am the same person. Yes. And and that is why Hillary Clinton will always say that people will always talk about you. If you're not doing something good, they won't talk about you. I see people come online, come on air, instead of putting suggestions that will help us get Biafra. They're focusing on Ngozi Orabueze and Ngozi Orabueze. And some of them, they cut and join my podcast, and they'll post it out there. I forgive them. I forgive them, because if they know what they're doing, they should know that what we are fighting for, what we are looking for, is much more important than saying Ngozi Orabueze is working for government. I wish Fulani is giving me money to come and give Biafra. I will go and ask for the money. How we may go, and Biafra. I'll be so happy. But because I call, we mobilize people. Now, Yokwa people, because they are a donation. And the people that understand where we are going, they are donating. With all Biocha, they are happy to donate. Because I am Anjiwi, man, na scissors, wage so full and yogo. You can't fight the terrorists with knives and said, oh, God already gave us Biafra. God gave us Biafra, but you must equip yourself with the tools you need to get Biafra. What are those tools? We must equip ourselves the way Fulani is equipping themselves. Those people that carry AK-47, Danjuma has told us, if you know where they are going to get that, go get it yourself. How are we going to get it? So we need money. We need money to be able to get those things. So happen then I say, Ngozi Orabueze, they don't exist. Those are the list of our problem, if you know what I'm talking about. People that will come out and say, when you see any Biafra that give more than $100 or $200, that means Onyanwa is working for the government. That shows you how low their IQ is. That shows you how low level some people's IQ is. That shows you how low they bring Biafrans. Biafrans that are the biggest industrialists all over the world. What is $5,000 that you want to give to Biafra restoration? What is $10,000? But some of these people that have done this thing for 100 years, they believe if you've given more than $10, then if you give more than $100, oh, you're working for the government. Do we have to waste our time on people like that? No. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We're so happy to have you. And the way you've addressed this last question that was raised by someone in the comment section has already taken care of every doubt that was there and every blackmail and propaganda that was there. And Biafrans, I want to remind you something. And lovers of freedom and also haters of freedom. And those that have decided to work against the freedom of the Biafran people. If you look beside our minister there, you can see the dragon shield. You can see the dragon shield. That dragon shield did not develop wings from heaven and then situate in her board. She got it out of our job of excellence. And that happened from our fundraising. So when you want to start, think of how to peddle it so that you know where you're channeling it to. She made a very good point. Our lines are open. Please throw in your questions. Call in. Only with this number on the phone. Call in from WhatsApp or Signal or Telegram. And we don't have much time because we have other engagement to hook up to. She made a good point where she said, even if Fulani will give me money to bring for Biafra, that would have been a better option. Just like when Gaddafi would say, if Fulani want to give me Biafra now, I go follow and push him because na Biafra won't give me. Had it been they kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then they bring the Biafra that same day, everybody would have been rejoicing. So we want to appreciate our Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who has not relented in what she's doing for Biafra and for her people. My HOD, I bring you to the screen so you can say something before calls start coming in. Biafrans, the lines are open and then you can push in your calls. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mazi Sonny, and thank you, Dr. Orabueze. Dr. Orabueze, on all points you addressed, yes, part of the problem, some of the people that are talking about you, saying you work for the Nigerian government and all that, you just hit the nail on the head. I wish they could give me as well. I like to donate more. And the essence of people, we all tend to look at ourselves from our own level, situation, and all that. God did not create us all equal in certain things. So when some people are blessed, it doesn't mean that there are people who have more money than Dr. Orabueze and all those that have been donating, but they don't want to donate. So When we talk about money, as for those social media people carrying all this, talking about Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, I hope henceforth after today, anyone that is talking about Dr. Orabueze don't mean well for Biafrans. So just ignore. You don't have to defend her. Share this video. I don't see anyone who is fighting for the Nigerian government or who is working with the Nigerian government at the same time working for Biafra and is open with her credentials and her face. Those of them that work for Nigerian government, you don't see their faces. You all know who we are talking about here. They don't. You can never see their faces here because they are hiding behind the scene and causing all the commotion. So some of them is poverty. So if they can, poverty of the mind, I'm not talking about poverty of finance. When they can't donate $1, when they see someone that is donating $100, it makes them as if you stole the money from somewhere because they are poor at heart. So Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, thank you very much for all the questions you've addressed. And Mazi Nnamdi, thank you as well, and continue to be anchoring this program. Standing by. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, my able HOD. Dr. Ngozi, before we pick any call that comes in, with your experience as a medical practitioner, when we heard that MNK was throwing up intermittently when our lawyers visit him, what could be the symptom of that?
Thank you so much. Again, so many things could cause Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be throwing up inside the jail, in the DSS custody. So many things. He could be nauseated. He could be not taking the right medication, maybe not taking the right food, anything. Somebody being in DSS dungeon in Nigeria, that's a horrible place to be. I know we had a meeting one time with our health minister, Dr. Sam Agubose, who is our health minister, and he addressed that with us. He told us that one of the possible reasons could be that maybe they starve him, and then when they hear that somebody is coming to visit him, they will immediately give him food, and then the food is given to him in a bulk or in a large quantity. So when he eats that food in a large quantity, that could now make him to throw up when there are visitors around him. So that is what our health minister explained to us. But there could be other factors. There could be other reasons that could make somebody to throw up. There could be infection that is not being handled well. We all heard the other time that he has this ear infection that is not well treated by a specialist. You can't just bring a primary care doctor to treat specialist areas. We have primary care doctors, not that they are not capable, but they will treat the ones and they will tell you, now take this person to a specialist to know what is going on. So now, but I believe he's not getting the specialist care from his own doctors in that DSS dungeon. So just bringing a general primary care doctor to look at him and not sending him to the ENT or to the GI doctor, or there's so many areas, or to the psychiatric doctor. He's going through depression. Many things many diagnoses could be the reason why what is happening to him is that maybe he didn't sleep well. So you can relate all these things. There's so many reasons. But the bottom line is this: they are holding him there. They're refusing him the care he needs. We've written, the Biafra medical practitioners, we've written to them to release Nnamdi Kanu. It was published in Nigerian newspapers, and I can send it to you or whoever wanted. And they read it. But they still refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. What did that guy do to him? They want to kill him, and they think if they kill him, that they'll be okay. So many factors could lead to that. Thank you.
Thank you. With the advent of bringing in tuberculosis patients into a cell room, what are the dangers that await his own health?
That is very, very dangerous. That is very, very dangerous. there is vomiting, and there's so many things that could go wrong. We have to get the fact from Nnamdi Kanu, and but I know he has told us that they brought somebody that have tuberculosis in their own compartment, which is wrong. How can you have somebody that tested positive to TB and you're circulating the person in a general environment? The person is supposed to be in a specialized room with a specialized air monitoring to make sure that the breathing the person is bringing out is well suppressed, that it doesn't go out from the room. How can we run a system like that? And that is part of what we are going to be looking at in Biafra government and in Biafra as a whole. We must make sure that things like this never rear its ugly head in Biafra land. So they reported that, and he said it, which I believed him. So every other person there could also be infected with TB, with tuberculosis. And the treatment for tuberculosis is not just something you treat one day. It takes months to treat tuberculosis. And are they doing anything about it? No. It's just so frustrating. And that is why Biafrans, true Biafrans, Oduduwas, middle belters, even the Arawas, do not relent in your effort to create a better world for you and for your children and for your parents. Either way you want to do it. For Biafra, Simon Ekpa is already showing us the way, and that way we must follow.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. My phone line is open. Mazi, do we have a caller?
Yes, a caller is here. Okay, Mazi, go on. Ask your question.
Okay. I come from Germany. My name is Kechuku. First of all, I will thank my sister that is talking here. It's very, very good. His explanation is very good. I can understand very well. Well, I have only small question, please. To ask.
Go on.
This question is about people, because as you people are doing, it's very good, but you have something that it worries me a lot. You people have to know that a lot of we have about 10 or 20% Biafra that they cannot write, or maybe they will write, but they will not write very well, or maybe they don't go to school, like me, that is talking. I went to primary school. After primary, I go to Samoga. So you people have to think about us that didn't go to school, university, and so on. So know how you switch us in for your government, because we don't go to school. Doesn't mean, like me, I live outside more than 30 years. So you people have to think how to switch us in. Even if I work under somebody that is, for example, now, like I see a lot of people that is cheap, it's okay. But I can work under them because of my experience outside for more than 30 years. So let you people don't forget us that didn't go to school too much. That's only my discipline. Sorry that I'm talking that, because it's another topic. But help me, please. Talk about it, please, my sister. Please. It's very important.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
That is a concern raised, and my minister have had it, and that will be submitted to the government in Excel, and that will be looked upon in consideration. Thank you.
And I also wanted to add to the last speaker, I hear you. Such concerns is genuine, and that is why sometimes you see people go out on their way to do things that ordinarily they won't do because they get frustrated. Because they believe that they've been forgotten. And that is why I said so many millions of Biafrans are going to participate in Biafra building. But at the local government level, the state level, the federal level, we have the Biafra Recruitment Department. We have that list. We've been sending it out to the whole world for the past 1 year. If there's anywhere in that list where you think you belong to, please just go and submit your resume to biafradepartments@gmail.com. biafradepartments@gmail.com. We've been talking with so many Biafrans. Education, we have so many educated illiterates It's not about education. Everybody has a role to play in building Biafra. So it's got nothing to do with education. But it got something to do, being able to be passionate about what you want to do and where you want to do it. You don't have to have a master's or PhD degree to do an artwork like a dragon like this. But we all know how much this was sold at. It's not about education. It's about your passion. It's about what you want to do. It's how you want to help Biafra. So submit your resume at the Biafra. Sorry, I have a dog, because at the Biafra departments@gmail.com, or send me your information. My number is 770-329-7339. Send me just what you can do. I can just maybe pull it together, maybe submit it to that Biafra recruitment department. So yeah, do not feel that way. And I hear you, but we have millions of positions that Biafrans have to occupy to build the Biafra. Let us raise the money first. We need money, because with the money we can be able to buy the things we need, like T.Y. Danjuma told us. Those that are producing it at home, please keep up producing more, because we need it for self-defense. When Fulani comes to kill us, we have to attack back. If you don't attack back, they will kill you. And they're all over. We don't want to be in our homeland and somebody will come and kill us. Thank you so much.
Because of time, Mazi, you have a question?
Yeah, there's one fellow that is constituting nuisance on my YouTube. He's lucky that they've not blocked him, but anyway, he asked a question and maybe he needs an answer. I've asked him to call in anyway. No, some of them may be trying to call, but they can't get through. The name of this fellow is Chiem Obunike. He said, my question to Dr. Ngozi is this. Do you think it is right to be working for an organization that Nigerian government supports and at the same time fighting for Biafra restoration?
No, don't worry about that question.
Nigerian government does not support any organization.
So it's good to clarify the idiots so that they will stop.
Nigerian government does not support any organization I belong to. I don't work for Nigerian government. I don't even know where that is coming. I've explained to you all.
Let respond to them. They are constituting nuisance so that they will rest their.
You have already addressed that issue.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I've clarified that. Thank you.
You have clarified that already. The person is just taking us backward. So, dear friends, we thank you so much for your time, and we really apologize that we did not have so much time for you to throw in your questions and to do whatever you want to do. As we speak now, we have another engagement to hook up and others are ongoing. So we will draw the curtain on this broadcast here and now. So we give a very big kiss to our special guest in the studio, and she is from the Biafran Republic government in exile. We have many other hands there. So we call you all Biafrans to support them in whatever they're doing, because they are moving us to a different dimension which we've never been before, just like our leader had said. And with that being said, we have one of our comrades in the house that was not here when we started. Please, Mazi, Chuk Survival, just in seconds, because we have to leave here now in the next 50 seconds. So in seconds, say hi to Biafrans as we draw the curtain. Unmute.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Aparawa. Thank you so much. And I appreciate all the Biafrans that are watching. I appreciate mostly Dr. Ngozi that have joined us. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to strengthen you. I'm so sorry that I came in late. I actually miscalculated the time, because of the different time zones where we are. That was why I come late. So I sincerely apologize to Biafran people, and I apologize to my beloved sister, Dr. Ngozi, and our minister. Please do exercise don't be angry with my absence. I came late and I apologize. Please, fellow Biafrans, forgive me for coming late. I appreciate everybody that have been able to be here all this while, and my fellow comrade that we are hosting the program till this time. I say, may Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
We need a closing remark from the head of Information, Media, and Communications Department of the Biafran Republic Government in Exile as we draw the curtain here. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mazi Nnamdi. I thought I did earlier, so that thank you, Biafrans. We appreciate you watching us and your continuous support. That means a lot. Just like we all have been saying, no matter, just do your best. The little you can contribute is about Biafran. It's not about money. We appreciate you and look forward to such program as we progress. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dr. Orabueze, for coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
you. Thank you. Bye, everyone, from us from
Bye.
here.